That's Chimney from the Southern River Band. Well, before that we had David Holmes with Don't Die Just Yet. But, wow, Southern River Band. They've been doing a whole heap of shows across the UK and Europe. And this fully demonstrates where if you're not fully informed, you can make some, well, very big mistakes in assumption. I wasn't aware of the hugeness, the largeness that is the Southern River Band. Because not only do these folks talk the talk, but across Europe and the UK, most recently, they've been walking the walk. The proof of which is a new book that's out by, well, someone that's got a side hustle as their manager, but is quite clearly a fairly talented photographer. I'm talking about Alex Miller, who joins me now in the studio. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Sorry, just quick edit. No longer managing them. I have a life now.
Well, mate, I have to say, when this first came across my computer screen, I mistook it for a bit of big talk. And then I got my hands on a copy of your fine publication, and my mind has been blown. I had no idea the reception that the Southern River Band received in Europe during their recent tour, which has been just so incredibly captured in your book. It's simply titled The Southern River Band. The first time, well, excuse me, kitty's ears down, please. For the first time, alive as fuck across Europe and the United Kingdom, by Alex Miller. I actually have in my hands copy 1 of 500. What inspired you with this one, Alex?
Come on, Australia, stop sleeping on these guys. There's stuff happening out there. I don't know, I was just there with them, watching them crush it, and I knew I was documenting a pretty important moment for Australian music, and that needs to be packaged up into a thing, which is what I decided to make the book and give it back to the people.
Okay, so when did you and the Southern River Band come together?
Let's see, probably 2013. I would have met Cal, and we worked with another band, Red Engine Caves, and then he got the Southern River Band going, and he was begging me to help put it together and get it going, but I had a lot of other stuff on, and then eventually I just caved in after watching him a couple of times. I was like, wow, this is nuts. That was, I think, Cal helped me out here, 2014 maybe, until I don't know, recently.
So the tour, I mean, it's a huge step to take original music, OS. Take us through the development of that idea and all of you getting yourselves over there.
Well, I don't know if anyone knows how hard it is to get a band out of Perth to the East Coast, let alone overseas. It's pretty hard, and you really need an opportunity or something to trigger so you can actually go and make it worthwhile. And the boys had a song come out, and there's a video that I worked on with them. And Justin Hawkins from The Darkness put it on his show, and literally overnight it blew up, and there was people from all over Europe, UK, that obviously worship The Darkness because they're of rock royalty over there. And we were like, all right, fuck it, got to get some shows, put it together. And it started with like one offer for a festival to open it, and then over a week there was just like, oh, there's this one here, then there's these club dates, and then we can string it together with this. And it ended up being, I think it was 8 weeks we were over there, and it was 26 shows or something.
Now, I'm imagining, well, especially looking at this awesome spread from a show in Sweden, the festival that you mentioned that you opened, this must have even blown a lover of the band. Indeed, the band, it probably blew away this crowd, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think I have probably watched the Southern River Band the most out of everyone on the planet, just from working with them for that long. And honestly, like this, watching them play that show that you're looking at the photo of right now, it was the same gig that they play to 20 people, like when they were starting out. They looked the same, but obviously they were grinning a bit bigger. But then you look out and there's just like this sea of humans and they're all just going nuts for it.
I have to say, this is something really outstanding about this photo as well. Every single face is pointing at the band. There is not a single individual looking away. And arms in the air. It is just such a different scene to be seen at a band. It's an amazing photo.
That show in particular, I was shooting from the stage, and then I was like, I should quickly run up the back. So if you look where those trees are, mate, it felt like it took an hour to get there. There was so many people at this festival. And I got to the back and the boys were just these little dots on the stage. So I was like, cool, get a couple of how many people there. And I just ran back to the stage because being up there looking at those faces, none of the other photographers are shooting that. So I'm like, this is so important to be up here with them.
Well, so 8 weeks in Europe and the UK. What was it like coming back to Perth performances for the band?
Sorry, what was the question?
Well, after, not headlining a festival like that, but after such a massive crowd.
Oh, for them.
What was it like for them coming back to perform to 20 people at Mojo's again?
No, they're playing to more people than that now. But they went straight into an Aussie tour when they got back, and the shows were all really good. And I think this tour has kind of turned a lot of people's heads back here, and now their shows are selling really well. And they're actually I think they're playing Paris tonight. They're back over there now.
So they're really well and truly sort of skating outside genre now.
2024, like this is the year of SRB for them.
Now, I noticed from the book, as I mentioned, this is copy 1 of 500. That's a very limited release for such a glossy publication.
Yeah. I just wanted to make it like a collector's item and something really special for the fans. So limited release. Each one is when I got them printed, they're just a blank cover, and that is actually a stamp that I got made. So I've stamped each one individually, and the idea was to make it look like a passport or like a document, like a travel document or something. It also comes in this envelope. So they're all hand numbered, 1 to 500. That's the first one in your hands.
Well, folks...
Which is trash, by the way, because it came out to Wave Rock with us, and there's a lot of grubby fingers all over it.
No, it's gained character.
Yeah.
Alex, that's what it's gained. Folks, this is a beautiful publication. How do you get hands... oh, my gosh. Sorry. How do you get your hands on a copy of this fine book?
It's available from my website, www.millerairlines.com. And if you jump on Instagram, Miller Airlines is where all of the things are posted. There's all sorts of goodies getting thrown up there. I've collected a bunch of lanyards and wristbands and all sorts of stuff from the tour, and that's all up for grabs on the website.
What, we're bidding on them?
No, it's a lucky dip.
Oh, joy!
Yeah, and I've got some really special stuff in there. So SRB fans unite, get on down. And then there's some posters and all sorts of other junk that...
Well, with only 500 copies out here, I think there's going to be a few SRB fans that are going to be disappointed. So, as you mentioned...
And I've just sold over halfway.
Already?
So, I think Christmas is coming in hot and everyone's getting a copy before they disappear.
Well, it's a beautiful book, and even if you're not an SRB fan, this is just one joy coffee table book to have to impress your guests. So get on and get a copy. Alex, thank you so much for joining us this morning on The Record and for being such a fantastic component of the Perth music scene.
Oh,
Not just about the bands, man. It needs the managers. It needs those people that are giving the props and the PR to all those musos to get our word out there.
Yeah, that's all the fun stuff that we don't see as attendees to music. Someone's got to do it.
Mate, and good luck with the book. I'm
Cheers,
sure
Jeff.
you won't need any luck there. She's a beauty and, as you mentioned, a fantastic one for the Christmas stocking.
Cheers.
Alrighty, it's 10:50. Let's roll out a couple of tunes before we hit that 11 o'clock mark.